Well, the Met Gala brought out all the stars yesterday, and it also brought out all the fashion.
And some got it right, and some got it really, really wrong. Well, here to talk about this night's hits and misses is journalist, style expert, and author Constance White, and celebrity stylist Phillip Bloch. Yay! Welcome to the show.
Hi.
So
Hi,
let's
Lola.
just
Hi,
get
Shannon.
down to business, guys.
Yes, lots of fashion to go through.
There's a lot of business to get into.
Get ready.
Last night's theme was punk, but not a lot of people showed up in punk couture. What was the issue?
Where was the chaos?
Where was the chaos? There was some couture, not enough. But there were some interesting looks, but it was a little disappointing in some ways.
Well, okay, Anna Wintour in Chanel, not punk. Let's
It was floral Chanel. I mean, like...
Floral.
Well, somebody had to be mumsy.
Oh, stop.
okay.
Anna decided to take a whole different approach, and I liked it. I thought she looked pretty. I thought it was something that women could emulate for the spring. You could wear that in a short dress to work, to poolside, and you can go springtime to a black tie occasion in that dress, too.
So
I like the look.
Okay, so Constance, you give it a hit. What do you give it, Phillip?
I thought it was incredibly chic if the theme of the evening was gardens and flowers.
But since it wasn't...
But since it wasn't...
Minus hit.
Minus hit, but she's Anna Wintour. She can do no wrong.
Okay, so that's one down. Okay, what about Sarah Jessica Parker?
Yes. Especially this headpiece she had on. Everybody was talking about this thing.
I love SJP, but I thought that she should have been in the exhibit.
Constance throwing shade. I like it.
Just.
Doesn't she get some credit for the mohawk? She was punked out
She
in that,
gets
right?
a lot of credit for the whole outfit, but I thought it was costuming.
She's so thematic, and that's what we love about her. That's why she's a constant fixture at the Met, and she will be an exhibit someday. Someday there'll just be a Sarah Jessica Parker thing instead of punk or,
And that'll be easy to do.
Exactly.
Well, let me ask you this. You said she was very costumey, but isn't this event supposed to be for an opportunity for the stars to not do the normal red carpet thing, but to get all dressed up and costumey?
Yes, Shannon, it is. However,
It can't be so obvious, I guess.
it can't be so obvious. You're still on the red carpet. We still want to take away some great fashion direction.
Oh, okay.
Still want them to look beautiful.
Sarah's a yes. Cut her some slack.
Okay, so she's a miss
got the
for Constance,
accessories
but a
right.
hit for you.
She's Miss Sarah Jessica Parker.
Touche. Okay, Nicole Richie in Topshop. That's impressive.
Very.
So she went off the rack for this number. What'd you think? Hit or miss, Constance?
Somewhere in between.
Somewhere in between. Okay.
I think she got a little confused, and I think a lot of the girls got confused between Halloween and punk.
Ooh.
And, you know, Halloween is not punk. Halloween's one thing, Halloween's a costume, and this felt a little more like a costume. Again, like she was going to a great Halloween party, not a punk gala.
Yeah.
And she didn't get that Topshop dress off the rack. Come on now. They paid us some dollars. They bought a big table.
And they said,
Because two people wore Topshop, so that tells me right there somebody got paid to show up.
Gotcha.
Julianne Hough wore Topshop also. So
Without the gray hair.
So give
Mumsy
some
theme.
fashion insider news.
Yes.
I like
But
that.
do a lot of these people and a lot of these celebrities get paid to wear these outfits, or do they just get the outfits
when you're wearing
donated?
Topshop, you get paid to wear it. When Tom Ford dresses you pay him.
You're happy.
You're happy.
to
You
wear it.
paid in kindness.
Okay, now one person that's normally used to getting dressed up is Katy Perry. She was in Dolce & Gabbana. Well, how did she fare off?
Well,
hit or miss?
Madonna.
No, this is
Madonna,
Katy Perry.
I didn't like. No, Madonna on her dress.
Oh, okay.
I didn't like that.
Oh, so she thinks she
Gotcha.
was doing a knockoff of Madonna.
No, she had this.
The Madonna.
The Madonna.
Not the Madonna. The Madonna.
Because the both were there last night, so we got it clear.
Okay.
The Madonna. The Madonna.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Madonna.
That's
Okay,
the
okay.
difference.
So that did not work for you.
It was not amazing.
It was not amazing. Okay.
I like
Get it?
her
It was not-
homage.
I don't get it.
Amazing.
Her songs.
Baby, you're amazing.
Yeah. I get what
Anyway.
there's a lot of singing on this
Stick to
show
fashion.
today,
We'll
and
stick
it's
to
a function.
fashion. Okay.
I get
Anyway,
it.
it's a
I loved her
fashion thing.
homage to kind of goth, and I thought she kind of brought it. I thought it was taking it a little more cerebral, not so punk, but it had a goth, anti-religious kind of feel to it with a big earring.
Wasn't it a little more more Byzantine, more Orient than it was
Absolutely,
punk.
but I'm giving it to her.
I liked it, but again, I mean, marks off
with the
for not.
pale
I mean,
skin.
she looks fantastic. That ankle strap is a little problematic for me. But that aside,
is that part of the shoe?
I wish she'd saved this look for another
event.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Okay.
But I get where she was going.
Okay, J-Lo, Michael Kors, Phillip Bloch. What do you think?
You know, you just can't go wrong with this girl. I mean, I don't know what it had to do with punk, but there was some junk in the trunk, and that's all we're looking at. Everybody looking, can we get a what?
I'm with you on that one.
I hope she came uptown afterwards and had a party, and she left her little ghoul at home, I guess. I don't know where he was out trick-or-treating. I don't know.
Did not
No Casper in sight. But, I mean, bringing it.
You said she didn't really bring, you know.
It wasn't punk.
But did you see her hair?
He said
the faux hawk.
But I did like her punk out hair, though. It looked very clean, but still punk, right?
Well, that's her version of doing it.
Okay, so that was her version of punk. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is going to be a doozy. Beyonce and Givenchy.
Like, don't say nothing wrong. Look, don't make me get up in my chair. What? Don't say nothing bad about Beyonce. But go ahead. I want your official, true opinion.
Am I going first here? Because I'm going to say something right now.
Okay.
You can stay home sometimes. You absolutely can stay home. When you performed in London and you knocked everybody off their feet last year, she showed up late in that Givenchy thing with the train, and it was see-through, and we saw everything happening in there, under there. What was the belt doing on that dress? Who threw that belt on there? And I'm one that's saying everybody should have accessorized. That dress didn't need that belt. It was in the wrong place, and she could just stay home once because people are hating on her now.
What about the boots, Constance? Those boots.
They went all the way up, and they matched.
And Shannon loved it.
Exactly.
But is it too much of a match? I learned the other day that shoes should not be too matchy-matchy.
Who taught you that?
It was an expert on the show. We did fashion all the time here.
You have gloves, a boot, a belt. It's just a high slit.
The hair didn't work with it.
It's just too much.
Now, I thought she looked fabulous, but the only thing I would say is it wasn't really themed
You give
punk,
her a hit.
right?
Well, the
Except for the punk. She missed the punk theme,
Shannon's the only one who gives her a hit. Moving on, Kim K and Kanye West and Givenchy by Riccardo Tisci. Whoa.
I couldn't see Kim up against that.
Lord.
I'm
that
speechless.
foliage.
Did you like that too?
No.
We're all speechless. Okay.
Well, there are a couple things I want to say about this. Is number one, that's a whole lot of garden. Number two, I thought we could do a great juxtaposition with how Kim wore this and how Alexis Welch, Amari Stoudemire's fiance, how she wore black tie at the Met, and she too is pregnant.
Okay. Oh, Alexis,
this is not your only option, ladies.
It's
Can
interesting.
we just say, can she stay home?
Well.
Like, can she really stay home? Like, I'm so uncomfortable when I see her out. She looks so uncomfortable. I feel like, and she's just covered up to here. She doesn't know whether to show it, to not show it. And when you have to fornicate with the help to be invited to the event, that is not a good thing.
Now,
and get knocked up by the help.
One would think that would be the last word, but
because he's performing, he was hired to perform. He's the help.
You said something earlier.
And she wasn't invited last year. Can we talk about that? Because she couldn't even get an invitation last year.
She was not invited.
She was very clearly. She was not invited.
This is her first time.
Not invited. She was not invited.
Yeah, no, you're right. But aren't there like celebrity stylists for pregnant women, Phillip? I mean, can't someone help this girl out because she's struggling?
This is what's needed.
I believe that, honestly, I feel very bad for her. I've talked about her so much during this pregnancy. I can't wait till it's over. I'm getting a sore throat. But I'll go on because I feel
maybe you can help her.
Her body is really doing some mean things to her. And it's so interesting that this is a woman that became famous because of her body and a video. And I'm just saying. And
I didn't see that video.
Yeah, well, a lot of people did. And this is a person that got famous for her body, and her body is really rejecting the pregnancy. I mean, I've never seen a body.
But isn't part of it? I mean, she's also stunningly beautiful.
Absolutely.
Isn't the face? She's more beautiful in person than in pictures.
Yes.
But isn't part of it too what she has chosen to do with her body and clothes during the pregnancy?
But her
to
pregnancy
Lola's
has been
point,
really
it's about,
hard.
is there a stylist out there who she can work with? Yes, there is.
Yes.
She doesn't have to dress.
She's made
the
so
way
many
she
mistakes.
does.
She's either her hips have gotten huge, which
okay, let's move on.
I'm picking on her.
Kim alone.
Okay, let's talk about
I feel bad
Let's talk about somebody who may have gotten it right.
Yes.
Taylor Swift and Jay Mendel. What'd you think? Hit or miss?
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Yay,
Good
Taylor.
girl gone punk and bad. I loved it, didn't you?
Okay, what'd you think,
I wouldn't
Constance?
say I loved it. It's a little of an overstatement, but she looked nice.
She looked nice. Okay, someone whose people have said has gotten it really right, it was Anne Hathaway.
Valentino last night, right?
Great. Loved the hair, loved the dress.
Okay.
Loved that juxtaposition of her white hair with the black dress, a little see-through.
Absolutely, and a lot see-through. But she made up for the whole Valentino Prada kind of debacle at the Oscars, which was much ado about nothing because nobody really would have cared. And that other dress she was going to wear was going to be so much better anyway. So we forgive her.
Okay,
all right, what about Debbie Harry? She was in a Tommy Hilfiger, which I was surprised to see on a runway at this event.
Why were you
What do you think?
surprised?
I don't know, just, Tommy Hilfiger. I thought, everybody else was on these other
He's
big
a
names.
designer.
He bought a table.
That's true, right? Well, let's
He
see.
pays a lot, yeah.
So what did you think about Debbie?
Debbie, I thought, she's queen of punk.
Yeah, she wrote the book on it. What do you got? We couldn't say she was wrong. That would be. And Nicki Minaj wore Tommy Hilfiger.
A few people.
Yeah.
Quite a few people wore Tommy Hilfiger.
Good for Tommy.
Let's talk about Madonna. Madonna, no, you know what, Phillip?
saying.
You were terrible.
Not on the
And I
Dolce
love
Gabbana
it.
dress.
Yeah,
But on Katy Perry, not that Madonna.
Cashel in there.
Now, let's talk about the real Madonna in Givenchy.
Yes.
Woo.
And those pink shoes.
Where do we begin with this one, guys?
Yeah.
Where do we begin?
Well, we could begin by saying the jacket was a hit and everything else was a miss.
Okay. So half hit,
Start
half
there.
miss.
Mama knows
No, but
best.
totally.
Mama knows best. Mama knows best. What can you say? She's been doing this thing for a long time. She knows what she's doing. I give her credit. She's looking a little old.
Oh, Lordy. Okay, well, we only have a few minutes left, so what we're going to do is we're going to name the people, and you're just going to say hit or miss, and we'll move to the next one, okay? How about Nicki Minaj? We already talked about her. Tommy Hilfiger, what do you think?
Down the middle.
Down the
Okay.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. Okay.
This should have been her moment to do her thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, you would
That's
think
why she was there.
Nicki Minaj.
This is like, she wears worse than this to a gospel brunch.
But it was her American Idol.
right.
She's going with that whole new American Idol.
I think she got that dress from Mariah's dressing room.
Oh, moving on.
She stole Mariah's dress.
Next up, Kerry Washington, Vera Wang. What'd you think?
Gorgeous.
Yes.
I thought she looked gorgeous.
Always.
I like the addition of the leather gloves to give it a punky feel.
I just thought this dress was too busy. There's just a lot going on. Gloves and what is that
There
tapestry?
was a lot, but I
and
think it's
mesh?
the multi-dimensions of the dress, but I think she pulled it off.
All right,
Okay.
Phillip?
Me, anyway.
Miley Cyrus and
I liked her.
Really?
Miley Cyrus. Now she was one of my favorites of the night. Wild hair and
Really?
everything.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I really
It's
liked
punk. She
well,
got
I'm a
it
Miss
right.
Sandwich. I don't think so. Paco Rabanne from 1960s and then bringing it forward, not quite. I love the dress, but I believe someone else could have worn it a lot better.
Really? Who?
Okay.
Who?
Lola?
Okay, now you're
everything
talking.
well.
You got a
Thank
point
you.
there.
Good answer.
Okay, so let's move on to Gwen
I think she looks
Stefani.
punk.
Good. She does look very nice. Gwen Stefani and her husband Gavin. What'd you think?
Hit.
Okay.
Hit.
Nice. And
Great.
they're in Margiela,
She knows
so-
how to do it.
We
Yeah,
agreed on
Margiela
something.
is all
It
Margiela.
works, I believe it. Both of them.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods bought his new boo.
Are you really? We have a few minutes left.
Really?
Putting Tiger Woods on the list.
Yeah.
Well, they were terrible.
Wait, are you
Okay,
kidding
let's
me?
move right
Did
along.
they not know the theme?
move right
Like,
along.
did they not know that they are punks?
Okay.
They are punks at this event. They are at the
Yes,
wrong
they are.
event. They are punk. They are at the wrong event.
Well, then we'll move on.
Now, I was shocked that not more people wore this designer, Vivienne Westwood. I mean, Christina Ricci
Yes.
wore her,
Hello.
but Vivienne Westwood was the architect of punk.
Absolutely.
And
She is the
In
Mecca.
the 70s,
She is
she
there.
had Malcolm
She was
McLaren
there,
in
yeah.
England. Fabulous. Vivienne herself didn't look like she was wearing her own design. She looked like she was wearing Zoran.
But I was
It was
disappointed
very
in Christina for
strange.
not throwing on some punk accessories because Christina knows, she goes to the Sarah Jessica school of accessorizing with a theme, and I would have expected a lot more bangles and punks and razor blades and some
Well, somebody
but
who
she
did
looks hot.
somebody who did accessorize was Sienna Miller in Burberry, and she brought a lot of the spike
Yes.
leather jacket and spikes
We
in the
love
hair.
the jacket.
This is what it should have been.
This is what it
Effortless
should be.
punk. Punk should be effortless, simple slip dress. She looks like a girl that went to a prom, threw on her jacket, her Burberry jacket, threw on the spiky hairband. This is what it should have been. And
Okay.
every girl
Last
should
But
have
not
accessorized
least,
like that.
Solange Knowles. What'd you think? Hit or miss?
That is not punk. I'm
Ah,
sorry.
the hair.
It's not punk if you're gonna do Afro-punk. I think she should have taken it further.
Okay. A little Foxy Brown type of thing.
Yeah, this was like Foxy
Yes.
Brown,
Yeah.
homage to
Yeah.
Foxy Brown again. Wrong event.
Okay, we've got to do this again. You guys were too funny.
But let's not do
They
the
know
punk
fashion.
gala again.
No. I feel like we got punked with that game.
Yeah.
Okay, Phillip, Bloch, Constance White, thank you so much for being here. You guys are fantastic
thank you.
and always look so stylish. You guys always get it
I
right.
put a safety pin on for y'all. See, these should be punk.
Love
Bring
it.
my earrings.
You're a hit and you're a hit.
All right, and we want to know who you thought was a hit on the runway last night on the red carpet. So tweet us about it at Arise TV 360.